Hi everybody, it's Sale from Maryborough in Queensland on the Fraser Coast. Coming to you tonight. I don't know what I'm doing tonight. Well, I do know what I'm doing tonight, but I've been in a bit of a rush. So today's been an extremely busy day. And yeah, I've had my lovely grandchildren with me today. And I'd forgotten what it was like to have children around the house. But anyway, absolutely wonderful to have them, and I'm so blessed to be able to have had them. So tonight I just wanted to use this. Here we go. Let's find the place. There we go. Pick a season. I wanted to use that because it's one of the free stamp sets that we can get from the Sale-a-Bration catalogue. So I don't want to go on too long about all this stuff, but we do still have our Sale-a-Bration going from the 7th of January until the 28th of February. And we also have our mini catalogue in use at the moment from January until April 2025. I'll pop the camera down in a second. Hi, Suzanne. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll pop the camera down in a second so that we can just have a look at a couple of things. I'm doing this completely blind tonight. Usually I have a card that I, have done earlier in the day and I can see what I'm doing. Tonight I have no idea. So I'm probably going to need a bit of help, and that's great. So I'll just pop this camera down so that you can see the desk. Oh, you don't want to see my laptop, do you? There we go. So here's our Sale-a-Bration catalogue. Like I've shown you before, lots of new stuff in here that you can actually get for free. Now, you can get it for free with orders $100 or $200. You can get one thing with a $200 order, which is the bigger items at the back here. So the corner in bloom stamp and the heart-shaped stamp and dies. I'm sorry, that's just a stamp there. So they're with a $200 order. The rest in this little booklet here that has so much in it, you can get with a $100 order. Now, if you have a $200 order and you don't want one of those other things, you can pick two from this area. Okay, so you can use your bonus freebies however you like. If you've got $300 worth, you can either get 3 of these or 1 of these and 1 of the $200 ones. It's as simple as that. One thing I would love to draw your attention to is this fantastic joining offer that we've got at the moment, whereby you add an extra $162 to the joining offer. So your joining offer is, you normally choose $235 worth of products of your choice, which is exactly what you can do with this one, and you get that for $169. Until this catalogue runs out, which is the 28th of February, you get not only $235 worth of products of your choice for your $169, but you can also add your choice of 2 sets of markers. Now, there's 4 different sets. There's the brights, the neutrals, the regals, the subtles. You can choose 2 packs of them, plus you get this beautiful handmade, I haven't got mine out on the table, so I'll see if I can get it in focus there, the handmade stamp set, which is made especially for this offer, and you can't get it any other way, which adds another $162 onto your starter kit. Absolutely fantastic offer. Now, if perchance you haven't joined and you've already got Stampin' Right markers, you still do get the option to add an extra $51 to your $235. Okay, so but with the top one, that's adding an extra $162 to your starter kit. So if you're one of those people that's sitting on the edge and not sure whether you want to or whether you don't, maybe that would be something that would interest you. Okay, enough of that. The mini catalogue, we've been gradually working through all the new bits and pieces in that, and many of the demonstrators have shown the different things that we've got available. Now, can we see, have I got that too high? Let me have a little look-see. Should I change that? Is that a bit better? That might give us a bit more of the desk. No, let's go a bit further there. That should do it, I think. Okay. All right. So, Suzanne, does that look okay? Is that like, can you see what's happening there? I hope so. Alrighty, so what I'm going to do, so my grandson today was looking at Grandma's cards and he saw the ones that I had done the heat embossing on. So, of course, then we got the Grandma, how do you do that? And I'm always happy to show them. This particular grandson's 12 years old, so he's quite capable of handling a heat gun and what have you. And he just thought it was lovely to feel. He loved running his hands over the embossing, and he said, could I show him? So of course I did. Well, this was what he did. We stamped the tree that I'm using tonight in the Versamark, and then we added the gold, and he popped the little pink flowers in, and he put a little fence there. So I love it when they're interested. I absolutely love it. And I've had children at my classes, and I was a little worried at one point there, because you never know, are they going to get bored? What are you going to do with them if they do? But they were absolutely fantastic, and they didn't get bored, and they were happy to keep going with what they were doing. So this was my grandson's effort this morning, which we didn't put it onto a card because we had to pop out, and nothing like shopping with the grandchildren. We did EB Games, but we had to do Coles first, so we did sort of get that in there. Alrighty, so that is what I have at the moment. All right, I'm going to start. I'm just going to have a drink of water, and there's ice. I've got ice in my glass tonight because it's another one of those really humid days. So we're going to have a go with this, pick a season, and I do want some basic white as well. Got the other one out, and now we'll get basic white, which is there. Okay, so what I'm going to do to start off with, I'm thinking I'm going to use the basic white with the Summer Splash. I haven't used Summer Splash in a while, and with this one I'm also going to use the Petunia Pop. So that's going back to the In Colours that came out earlier this year. So thought we'd give that a go. So just let me cut a couple of card bases. Alrighty, so with the thick, we're going to go at 5 3/4 by 8. So 5 3/4. And now I've got too much on my desk and I can't see. Let's move it. I'd have to tell my husband I need a bigger desk. I'm sure he's going to be impressed. 5 3/4 by 8. He's actually trying to work me out a lighting system that gives us better lighting than I've got in here at the moment. because I usually do my videos at night, the light in here isn't particularly good. Although it's not as bad as I thought it was, because when I looked back over my video yesterday, I thought the lighting was dreadful, and it wasn't as bad as I thought at all. Okay, so that's our card base. And while I'm at it, I'm going to cut a layer. Why have I got a reel of cotton on my desk? Who knows? Okay. So this is going to be 5.5 by 3 3/4. So I'm going to go the 3 3/4. Oh, let's go to the other end. Both ends are a bit weird. Let's do the 3 3/4. So 5.5. So that's going to give us our first layer, and then out of the basic white, the normal one, we're going to have our top layer, which is 5 1/4 by 3 1/2. So I'm going to go with the 3 1/2. Oh, now that's fallen out. 3 1/2 by 5 1/4. And from here on in, we wing it. Actually, I do want another piece of the light card stock. So that's going to sit on there. That's going to sit on there. And this is where we're going to... is it hot there, Suzanne? Is it really humid and steamy? You can never get enough water into you this weather, can you? It's sort of like... So that's going to be basically our card base. But what I want to do, I don't think that I'm going to get away with... I don't want it to just sit like we did this earlier. Archer and I did this earlier. That's sitting flat. So I don't really want to do it sitting flat. So I'm going to stamp it onto here. And then I'm going to just fussy cut around it. Well, that's what I planned to do, wasn't it? See, I did have some idea. What I might do, this is a template from... Perennial Postage, and I might use it, but we'll wait just for now. I remember putting it in here and thinking, oh, I'll use that. All right, so let's get a couple of stamp blocks. Oh, sorry, that would have made a noise. And pop this down. Now, with this stamp, I realised, and it's going to be hard to see, isn't it? Because let's put a bit of this behind it. So just here, where there's that funny little groove there, and just here, it seems that there's 2 more prominent leaves. In that space there is where the trunk of the tree will fit. So I worked that out earlier so that we've got some idea of where we're going with that. So I'm also going to put the tree trunk there and pick that up. And look at that, I even gave myself a piece of paper. Oh my goodness, I was more organized than I thought I was. All right, I was going to do that. Now, I'm going to stamp the main tree the top of the tree. I'm going to stamp it in Old Olive. So I'm going to make sure that that little part there is at the bottom. So we'll just ink that up. Make sure there's plenty on there. And I'm going to pop that down. See how long it takes me before I get ink on myself tonight. Okay, so that's that one. And then I'm using Early Espresso just to put the tree trunk in. Make sure we've got that nicely. So like I said, in here you can see now that it's been stamped. There's a bit of a gap and there's those two bigger leaves in there, and I found that if I put the tree trunk in there, it looks like it's in the right place. For me, it's in the right place. Alrighty, so earlier when we did this, we popped roses into here. So I'm going to do that again. And this time I'm using Petunia Pop. I need to get the stamp out. And we're going to do the little roses. How cute is that? Such a tiny little stamp. Make sure we've got it well stamped up. And I had to laugh because when he was doing this earlier, he was actually making sure that everything was going to fit in place. I'm going to pop that one in there. And then that one in there. Oh, that one's a little bit off, but that'll be okay. I'm going to do that one there. That one there. And that one there as well. Never mind. Alrighty, so there is our tree. It looks rather cute, doesn't it? So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to fussy cut around the edge of this because I don't want it to sit like as a flat, you know, as a flat entity. And I'd like, when I do the little fence in a minute, I'd like to be able to get the fence around. I'll just do a bit of fussy cutting around here. I might actually chop this because it's quite a large piece. I'm going to just do some fussy cutting around here. Must be the week for it. This is the second time I've done fussy cutting this week. And around the edges here, look, you don't, it's quite round, but you don't want to cut it so that it looks like a lollipop. So you can just go in and around. This is what I call a topiary tree. My husband's father used to do topiary in the UK, and all across their front, the front of their house, the hedge was all cut into different shapes. We come from a small town, so I've known my husband since I was 5 years old. So there you go. That's what happens with small town people. And my husband's mother and my mother were friends for goodness knows how long. But his mum passed away last year, which is unfortunate. But both in their 90s, they were both Skyping each other every night. So we were very proud of them. We really were proud of them. Alrighty, so what I'm going to do now, I'm just wondering, just to make it a bit different, should I pop that through the cut and emboss and give it a bit of a, you know what, for this one, no, because I've got a feeling tonight I'm going to make a couple of cards. So this is going to be popped up. Before we do that, I'm just going to, now there's a couple in here. One, so we've got shamrocks, hearts, roses, Easter eggs. We've got some extra leaves so that we can make it look as though the leaves are falling off the tree. We've actually got the top of the tree. We've got a spindly. I suppose too you could add these to this spindly tree trunk here, because I think that tree trunk on here would look a bit out of place. You have the thicker tree trunk that we've just used, the grass. There's some clouds, and there's also a fence. So what I thought I might do tonight to start with is I'll get that little fence bit out. Now this is very similar to the one that is in the little catalogue, but I had to start somewhere tonight. Okay, so I don't think I really want to do it in the early espresso. I don't want to make it quite that light. So let me see what I can do it with. You know what, I might use pecan pie just to give it a different color too. I didn't want it to be the same color as the tree. So I'm just going to ink that up. Now, where do I want that? I just want that to be sort of like in the middle. So I'm going to do this fence line. I'm just going to space them. And I've gone quiet. Oh, that one's a bit low. Someone hit the fence. I think I'm going lower and lower here. There we go. We've got a curve in the fence. You show me a straight fence. We might just put that on that side just so that it... All right. So there's our fence behind the tree. Now that will pop up so that it actually looks like it's behind the tree, but we're going to need some grass or something that looks like grass. So I'll just clean off this block. And we will put that away before I put my hand in it. And let's get... I have no idea how this is going to turn out. No, I thought that too, Suzanne. Like, I've had it sitting here, and I thought, oh, it's about time that I got it out and did something with it. Now, which... It's going to go that way up. So I'm going to use the... I'm going to go back to the old olive. And I'm going to randomly put some grass. I'm going to have to smoosh this to start with because we haven't used it before. I'll just give that a bit of a smooshing. And wipe off the side of the block. Let's see if it works this time. You can hardly see it. Look, it's just a little line of lines. But hopefully, if I put it all in the right place, it'll make my wobbly fence look less wobbly. And I just want to pop these randomly around Oops, that one didn't go down really well. Pop another one in here. Yeah, that'll do. Let's clean that off. Close that. Put my little, I'm so worried with these little tiny stamps that I'm going to lose them. But hopefully I won't. Alrighty, so that's what we've got there. Oh, look, I should really do some clouds in the sky, shouldn't I? It's going to be a bit lonely up there for that tree. Oh, let's do it. Let's go all out. Let's use as much as we can. I'll probably use a set. I'm going to have to get another ink pad out for this. And I'm just going to use grey granite because it's a nice light grey. Oh, don't stick. Stick to that, don't that. Let's do some smooshing again. Let's see how well it'll. They still look a bit dark, don't they? I don't think I've got anything lighter. I think that's about the lightest that I have. Any ideas what else I could use? We'll just use them for now. We'll just have just a couple of little clouds up in the sky. Doesn't have to be. We'll put one there. It's rather whimsical, isn't it? This set. Whimsical being my word of the day. All right. Okay. Put you over there so I don't put my hand in it because I can't get it through. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pop that up on dimensionals and get a new pack of dimensionals. Today I got some clear files that I'm going to use so that when I cut my paper, at the moment I have them in a box, you know, with blues and browns and greens and what have you. But my cat comes in here and rearranges things for me on a regular basis. So I thought, well, if I've got them zipped into the big stamp set that I used the other night was called Among the Swallows, Suzanne. It's beautiful. And now that I've started using it, I can think of all sorts of things that I could do with it. And that would probably have looked nice behind this too. I'm just going to pop some dimensionals on here. Put plenty on because we don't want, oops. Yeah, Raja gets in here and he hops up. He gets in amongst my boxes that I have with the different stuff in, rummages through them. Stuff ends up on the floor. I'm actually going to use some minis there because it did look just a tad too big. Did you like that set? What? What? Sorry, I just need to. What was the big stamp you used the other night? It was called Oh, sorry. It was called Among the Swallows. It's in, if you're looking for it, it's in the online exclusives. I think. It's me saying that. I'm pretty sure it is. All right, so I'm now going to take the backing off of these. And I'm just going to pop our tree a little bit to one side like that. How's that? Well, looks rather cute. He's got a bit of cloud happening. And so I might put the sentiment across the bottom. So what will I use for the sentiment? Let me have a look. I would like to use, there's no sentiments on that. It is just a plain sentiment block, but just a plain stamp block. I'm just looking for something that has some nice sayings in it. Here we go. Let's go with heart-shaped. Okay, so heart-shaped has a nice, that might look nice across there. And just because I care, thank you, hello, my heart loves your heart. I'm going to do another one if I get a chance in a minute. And so I'm going to use that. So with this one, I might just put it just because I care across. I think choosing the sentiments is one of the hardest things for me. Always. Don't really need that big block, but my other one is. Just because I care. I will put that on a piece of white, and I'm just to keep it all in sync, I'm going to do that in this color here. Okay, let me put that. Let's do another one. That's better. Just because I care. And I'm going to put that through with that little thing there. A bird would be nice. I don't have a bird. Can you name a set that's got a bird? If I've got it, I can suss out a bird. Well, I've got this one that I did last night that didn't work properly, but I think it might be a bit big for that, and I really don't like it because it didn't turn out very good at all. I know there was a set where there was some little gold birds in it, but I didn't have that one. A bird would be lovely on that. Now see, you've got me wishing I had a bird. Now I'm just going to put that on there. I'm going to hope it doesn't move. And I'm just going to run that through there. down there. There we go. I think I might pop that just across the bottom. Yeah, across the bottom I'm going to do that. Not so sure about that colour now, but that's what it's going with. It'll look a bit better when we put the other colours with it in a minute. So across here I'm going to pop some minis. 1, 2, 3, and 1 in the middle for luck. Let's take the... I found with these minis, it's funny because if I try and stab them like I normally do, it actually sticks them well into the dimensional and I can't pull it off. All right, so let's pop that. I think I just want to put it across, maybe to the side of it so that it's like in line with the tree. Now let's pop this together and see how it looks. I've got more stamp pads out here than I know what to do with at the moment. All right, so I'm going to pop that onto there like that. Let's see how the glue behaves tonight. Oh, not too bad. Pop that onto there. And then just put this onto here. And I'm going to have to cut myself an insert. I think I just used that. And then just pop that on the front. Like that. It's a very quick and easy card, wasn't it? So we're going to put some bling on it in a minute. Let's just cut an insert to pop in the middle. 5.5 by 3 3/4. So let's go with the 3 3/4 by the 5.5. I don't think it needs a bow on it. I really don't. I'm just thinking what I could pop on. I'm thinking I might just use the little roses with the pink. And I just want to put well, not really keen on that, but let's do that. And maybe oops. Oh, goodness, they're really tiny. really tiny. I'll take the roses off there for a minute. Put that on there. We'll get the green. Might have to smoosh it. I think that was what I didn't do on one just before. And I'll just pop a few leaves around as well. Oops. I know what'll happen now if I use that. That'll do. That brings it all together, doesn't it, for the inside? And we will just pop this in as the insert. So I decided today I would store the ink upside down in a pot with the hopes that tonight it wouldn't do what it did last night and not come out at all. All right, so I'll pop that in the middle there. See if I can slide that up. No, it's going to stick straight away. And there's the inside of the card. So just a plain, simple, you know, I need something here. I definitely need something here. There's not really anything in there. Unless I pop another cloud there. Let's do that because I absolutely feel that there's something missing because of that. No bow, no. I don't want to pop a bow on it. I just think a bow would be, just doesn't really go with it, does it? What did I use for that? I used the grey. That's the one. Okay, now I'm taking my life in my hands because I'm going to oh, it didn't. That'll do. It'll be fine. I can't pull that across. I'm going to have to get my husband to do it. Alrighty, that looks a bit better, doesn't it? Having that third, maybe not. But there we go. For a free stamp, I think that looks rather sweet, and you could use it for so many different things. What I'm going to do now is I'm really quickly going to clean the stamps off because I did have another idea with it. So that's what we, oh, bling, 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 bling. What are we going to put on there? Let's put some bling on. We definitely might not put, so of course we have drusies. We always have druzy. We have these here, which have the green in, which I quite like. So we'll have druzy as number 1, that is number 2. And then we have these, which actually have the summer splash in. So what do we think? What do we're going to go 1 for the druzy, 2 for the green on this one, and 3 for the summer splash. I think it's summer splash. Might not be, might be pool party. Anyway, close to. Well, we're just having, and wink. Yes, I'll pop some wink on. But I'm just going to clean all these stamps off because I'm going to really, where are we? Oh, I've got about 15 minutes. Do I think I can make another card in 15 minutes? We'll see how we go. Any ideas with the Any ideas with these bits? I think I'm going to use the green. Actually, I'm going to use the green on here because I actually think that's going to look quite nice. So what I want to do, I want to put one there. I'm going to put a smaller one. No, I'm just going to put a couple of. Maybe we need one in here somewhere. Let's pop one in the tree. One there. Should we pop another one in the tree? I got a bit carried away with these last night as well. Oh, no, don't stick to my finger. There, another one in the tree. And then we'll get the wink. Ah, I think that's what we used, wasn't it, Susie? We'll put some wink on the there. I might put another one of those big ones on the other end of there. To me, it looks a bit lost. So now I've got to put another one somewhere. I'll put another small one in the tree. I'll put it down in there. There. See if I can flick a bit of wink. Yeah, that's coming out. And I'll flick a bit across the inside as well. There, you can see, hopefully you can see it on the inside and the outside. Cute little card. Not a lot to it, but I think it makes a nice, simple little greetings card there. Okay, alrighty. So I would just like to try, and why not? Why not? Let's try something else with this. Clear the desk a little bit. Get rid of that one. And get rid of that one. We'll keep that one and we'll keep that one. All right. Let's pop those out of the way. Quickly do another card base. See if I've got 8 inches on here. I should have. Yep. Okay, so 5 3/4. 5 3/4. Did that the wrong way around, never mind. By 8. So that's the card base. What I'm going to do this time is I'm going to use the little hearts in there. And this one needs to be 5 1/4 by 3 1/2. So let's do the 3 1/2 by 5 1/4. That's going to be the top layer. And then what I thought I would do, just to change it up a bit, is use real red as the in-between. Thanks, Susie. So this one I'm going to make at 5 1/2 by 3 3/4. So let's go at the 3 3/4. By 5 1/2. And that's going to be my middle bit. Now the rest of it we're going to do pretty much the same, but this is what we're going to have on the front. So we'll start with that. I'll get rid of some of these. We'll start with the tree, which I will stamp in Old Olive again. We might go without the fence this time. Let's do something a little bit different. Might do it flat this time. Now where's my big leaves? There they are there. So we're going to, I'm going to do this one as a straight on. There's our tree, our topiary. That's that done. And now this is the real, some of these get a bit stiff, don't they? Now where is that? Because what I want now is this time I am going to put the little hearts onto the block. I'm going to just smush them out with the real red. How cute are they? I believe before I bought blocks that there was actually a smaller block than this, and that would have been perfect for this sort of thing. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop these hearts. Oh, that was my finger in it. Just going to pop these little hearts in here. Oh. Certainly different, isn't it? Put those there. And I'm going to put those in there. Oh, look, that's rather cute, I think. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do the tree base, trunk. And what should I do that in? Actually, I might do that. Oh no, because if I have to put clouds on it. Let's do the early espresso, if I can find it amongst all the stuff that I now have on the desk. Well, actually, let's use the pecan pie. Let's do that. Haha, yes, Suzanne, that's what I was actually thinking with this one. I missed a bit of that, maybe. Looks like I missed one of the, it'll be fine. So that's the tree trunk in there. I was actually thinking of that. I thought, how cute, because the plan was to do the grass like we did before. Where's the one with the grass? Or did I put the grass away? Yes, I did. Okay, so let me take that off for a minute. And we'll just do this little grass one. And I just want to do it the same as I did before, without it all over the block. Maybe some at the base of the tree. Just random. Ah, oh, look, I've overstamped that. Damn it. I knew that would happen. Might have to put the sentiment across there. It's so fine that when you do a stamp off, it doesn't actually work that well. Let's do some off that side, some off that side. Right, sorry. This is just something I'm doing really quickly, but I think it might work. Now I'm going to take that off of there again, and I thought we can go back to the little hearts, and we might be able to put some of them around the tree. I'm going to put the sentiment across there, cover that little blooper up. So just like the hearts are falling out of the tree. What do we think? I might have overdone that, but anyway, it's just a bit of a trial and error, this one. So I'll leave that like that. Going to pop it. I'm not going to do too much with it. I am going to put a bit of Wink with Stella on it. So that's going to sit on there. That's going to sit on there, and I've got an idea for the inside. So we need a sentiment. So let's do I'm going to do, now I find it difficult to do these soppy ones. What does this one say? My heart belongs to you. So we'll do that. Pop that on there. And what do I do it in? But I think I should do it in red. I might do it in basic grey, I think. Nope. Yeah, let's do it in basic grey. I think that'll work. I think if I do it in red, it's just going to be too much. I think there's too much on there already, so remove the cat hair. I'm going to have to smoosh this one. Oh, this is my heart, loves. Your heart. A bit of a smoosh there. And there, coming out okay. So let's have a look at we'll do that. And then I'll just cut that And that. We'll put some minis on there, some mini dimensionals. And this will cover up the blooper, hopefully. Pop that across. There we go. What mistake? What mistake? My heart loves your heart. Suzanne, you've really got me wanting a bird now. I'm going to have to put a cloud on it. It just looks bare up there. So we will put my hands. Where did I get all that from? Maybe if I stamp this off, that might be a plan. Stamp it off. Just my bit of. I think it's going to be too light. Yeah, you can hardly see it. Let's see if I can go over that. We all know what that does, don't we? 1, 2 little clouds. Yuck. That didn't work. Pop another one. Not liking that stamp. Okay, so what do you reckon? What's sorry? What are you sorry for? Oh dear. My stamp, look at it. I don't like that stamp up there, but we can, I don't know, we'll just leave it for now. And this will be one of those ones that you put down into the I don't like it basket. All right. Yeah, that didn't work at all, did it, Suzanne? You never know what I might come up with next. Got any ideas? Let me think. I think whatever I put on there, it's still going to show the birds. Oh, the birds. I thought you meant these. They look absolutely dreadful. Looks like we've got eyebrows. But that's okay. We'll sort that out. We've got a bit of a storm happening, maybe. But I would like a bird. All right, so that's what we've got there. I'm going to put this onto the front. I've got bees, but I don't think they're going to work because they're only tiny. And pop that on there. And then for an insert, I'm just going to cut some white for an insert. No, that's just paper. That's just paper. That's the whole card front. Don't need that. Okay. Just an insert, which is 3 3/4 by 5 1/2. I'm scared to touch anything because my hands are literally covered in ink. 3 3/4 by 5 1/2. And then I thought I'm just going to use these Hearts of Elegance, and I'm going to take out this beautiful heart here, which I love. I'm going to put it on a block. And I'm just going to stamp that on the inside. With the real red. That's really dark when you first put it down, isn't it? And then it lightens up as you go. Just clean that off. And I thought, what did I put on the front? My heart loves your heart. And then maybe in the middle, just do oh, my dog's outside and she's having a bark at something. Okay, I'll just do. I don't usually put a thing in the middle. How's that? Stamp the hearts in gold foil. Ooh, I might do that when I'm off camera. I'm with you. Yeah, that's a good idea, isn't it? I'll do that. When actually it's sort of calmed down a little bit now. It still looks as though there's eyebrows, but oh, all right. So just my husband will be thinking he's not getting any dinner tonight. Oh, not too far over. Pop that in the middle. And we have Valentine's. So let's give the hearts a bit of a shimmer. See, I covered that boo-boo up, so they gave me another one just so that I couldn't get away with it. That's what it was. of a smudgy one in there as well. Went over the green. All right, so we get to the whole bling thing again. What bling are we going to put on there? So the only that the drusies and those, which are the ones that we used before, the only real red ones I've got were Christmas ones, I think. But do we want red, considering? Excuse me. There's stamp sets all over the floor now. I'm really tempted to just go with these, just to bring out. I don't have a huge number, so it's that or the sparkly drusies. What do we reckon? Should we go with these? Let's have a look. Excuse me. Cut out the heart in gold foil. Let's give that a quick go if I can find some gold foil. Druzy, yeah. Can you see this mess? My goodness. And I have this thing where I make sure that I tidy my desk after I finish, because otherwise I've got to come and face it in the morning, and I don't like doing that. And so before I do that though, I'm going to try exactly. I've got some gold foil here. You reckon? I'd have to have. That one's not quite going to cover it, Suzanne. And that one's going to be too big. One's going to be much too big. Let's give it a go. We can only try. The trouble is, once I use gold on something, I want to use it again and again and again. Let's have a look-see. Oh, come out. So there's the gold foil. What am I going to leave the other one and just... Okay, so I can either pop it over like that, or it's not going to go right over it. Not even if I lift it up. If I do it with it a bit sticking out, what do you think? Could do it that way. I know, that's the thing. Let's or I could just leave it and save myself a heartache. Actually, it's quite fun when you do something and muck it up, and then you try everything you possibly can to fix it. Sort of thinking something like that. But you can still see it out the side, so maybe not. Let's pull it off. It's not going to go that way because it's going to look like it's got something behind it. Maybe I'll show you tomorrow. How about that? I've got another idea, but I'll sort it out a bit later. All right, so that's the other card done with the red and with the love you inside as a Valentine's card. So that's our two cards tonight. So we have the tree that was fussy cut out and just made into a little anything card with that on the inside, and then this one which could quite happily be used as a Valentine's card. And that's it from me tonight. Now, if amongst all this what I can find my mouse, I'll pop up to the other camera. And there I am. Okay. So thank you so much for joining me tonight. And my other little blooper, I do have an idea on how to fix that. So yeah, you've got it there, Suzanne. 2 hearts. That's exactly what I was thinking, because if I was to put the 2 hearts and overlap them, I could do that. So that's what I'll do. I'll cut another heart and then I'll show you. So tomorrow I'm going to come on. I have to work in the morning, so I will be on at about somewhere around about 12:30, 1 o'clock tomorrow. It just gives me a chance to get home, have something to eat, get a shower, etc. before I actually come on. So I will see you all tomorrow around that time, and thank you so much for joining me today. If you like what I've done, if you can give me the thumbs up, press the little bell, subscribe, that would be wonderful. And I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much. Bye.